The story of the 1985 Polish 20 złotych coin. The 1985 Polish 20 złotych coin is more than just a piece of metal. It is a small window into the history of Poland during the final years of the communist era. For collectors, historians, and coin enthusiasts, this coin represents a time of political struggle, economic hardship, and national identity inside the Polish People's Republic. Today, we will explore the fascinating history behind this coin, its design, the events happening in Poland during the 1980s, and why this coin remains important to collectors around the world. The 20 złotych coin was issued by the Poland in 1985, during a period when the country was officially known as the Polish People's Republic. At that time, Poland was under communist rule and heavily influenced by the Soviet Union. The economy was controlled by the state, and everyday life for ordinary citizens was very different from what it is today. To understand the coin, we first need to understand the meaning of the word zloty. The Polish currency is called the złoty, which translates to golden in English. The złoty has existed in different forms since the Middle Ages and has survived wars, occupations, economic crises, and political changes. By 1985, inflation had weakened the value of the currency, but coins like the 20 złotych were still commonly used in daily life. The design of the 1985 20 złotych coin reflects the political atmosphere of communist Poland. On one side of the coin, you can find the coat of arms of Poland. During the communist period, the famous Polish eagle appeared without its traditional crown. This was a symbolic change introduced after World War II by the communist government. For many Poles, the missing crown represented the loss of national independence and the influence of Soviet power over the country. Around the eagle, the inscription reads, Polska Rzeczpospolita Ludowa, which means Polish People's Republic. This official name was used from 1952 until 1989. The date 1985 appears below the eagle, marking the year the coin was minted. On the reverse side, the large number 20 dominates the center, representing the coin's value of 20 złotych. The word złotych is written beneath the number. The design is simple and practical, which was common for circulation coins produced in communist countries during the Cold War era. The coin itself was made primarily from aluminum bronze, giving it a golden appearance. It was lightweight, durable, and inexpensive to produce. Many countries during this period used cheaper metals in coin production because of economic pressures and rising costs. Poland's economy in the 1980s faced severe challenges, including shortages of food, fuel, and consumer goods. The 1980s were one of the most dramatic decades in modern Polish history. Just a few years before this coin was minted, the country experienced massive labor strikes led by the independent trade union movement known as Solidarity. The movement was founded in 1980 at the Gdansk shipyard under the leadership of Lech Walesa. Solidarity quickly became more than a labor union. It turned into a nationwide movement demanding political reform, workers' rights, and greater freedom. Millions of Poles supported the organization, making it one of the largest social movements in Eastern Europe. The communist government saw Solidarity as a threat. In 1981, martial law was declared in Poland by General Wojciech Jaruzelski. Tanks appeared in the streets, political activists were arrested, and strict controls were imposed on society. Although martial law officially ended in 1983, the country remained tense and economically unstable in 1985 when this coin was issued. For ordinary people, the 20 zlotych coin may have been used to buy basic goods such as bread, newspapers, public transportation tickets, or small household items. However, inflation continued to reduce the purchasing power of the currency. By the late 1980s, Poland faced hyperinflation, and larger denomination banknotes and coins became necessary. Despite these economic struggles, the Polish people preserved a strong sense of national pride and cultural identity. Coins like the 20 zlotych served as everyday reminders of the nation's history and traditions. Even under communist rule, symbols such as the Polish eagle continued to connect citizens to their heritage. In 1989, only 4 years after this coin was minted, Poland experienced historic political change. Round-table talks between the communist government and opposition leaders led to semi-free elections. Solidarity achieved a stunning victory, and Poland became the first Eastern Bloc country to peacefully move away from communist rule. These events inspired democratic movements across Eastern Europe and contributed to the eventual collapse of the Soviet Union. Because of these dramatic events, coins from the Polish People's Republic period have become important historical artifacts. The 1985 20 zlotych coin represents the final years of communist Poland before the country regained full democracy. Today, collectors around the world seek these coins for several reasons. First, they are affordable and widely available, making them a great starting point for beginner collectors. Second, they represent an important period in Cold War history. Third, the coin's design reflects political symbolism that tells a deeper story about Poland's struggle for identity and independence. The value of a 1985 20 zlotych coin today usually depends on its condition. Coins in circulated condition are generally inexpensive, while uncirculated examples with sharp details and original shine can be more desirable to collectors. Some collectors also search for rare mint errors or special variations. The coin was minted in large numbers, so it is not considered rare. However, rarity is not always the reason people collect coins. Many collectors enjoy the historical connection and the stories behind each piece. Holding this coin in your hand is like holding a small piece of 1980s Poland. For young collectors and history enthusiasts, the coin offers an opportunity to learn about the Cold War, communism in Eastern Europe, and the resilience of the Polish people. It reminds us that even ordinary objects can carry extraordinary stories. The 1985 Polish 20 zlotych coin stands as a symbol of a nation during a difficult but transformative period. It witnessed economic hardship, political unrest, and the growing demand for freedom that would eventually reshape Europe. Though small in size, this coin carries the weight of history. As collectors continue to preserve coins like this, they also preserve the memories of the people who use them every day. The 20 zlotych coin is not just currency from the past. It is a reminder of Poland's journey through struggle toward independence and democracy. And that is the incredible story behind the 1985 Polish 20 zlotych coin, a simple coin with a powerful history. Goodbye, guys.